Alright, today we're doing something a little bit different on the channel. I always say that whenever I don't do my normal videos, but whatever. Oh god. Dude, I'm dying apparently. So, in today's video, I'm going to talk about some games, some shows, games, no, some animes that I think should get proper games and what type of games they would be. Since with the release of JJK Curse Clash, which the game looked awful. It looks like a GameCube game, which I am so glad that I did not buy it. I mean, I already wasn't the second I saw like how it looked, but I'm glad that I didn't buy it because it looks bad. It looks really bad. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that, but that kind of inspired me to do something like this because I can think of like 5 things that should get like certain games from that, and here we are today. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, we'll start with Tokyo Ghoul, since Tokyo Ghoul technically does not have a console game. It has Call to Exist, but we're not going to talk about that because no one plays that game, and no one has, besides like Afro and like big Tokyo Ghoul fans, and they did that game such a disservice. Because I think I was gonna buy it, but then I was like, hold on, let me wait and see, like, let me see people play it first, and then I'll go from there. The game sucked, and I was like, I'm not gonna waste my money on that. I'm pretty sure now online on that game is dead. So I don't, you can buy it for $60, but you can't play online. That was like the main thing about it, about playing online and yada yada yada. You know the games that Bandai Namco makes, the online clunky gameplay stuff, blah blah blah. Shuts down a year later. We're not here to talk about that. So I think if Tokyo Ghoul ever did get like another game, they should also get another anime because Tokyo Ghoul Season 2 was bad. Definitely mushed everything together and everyone looked bad. So they should do that and give it a new game. So if they did do that, they should honestly just make Tokyo Ghoul like a Muso game, to where it's just like there's a lot of enemies and you basically just kill all of them. Basically kind of like how One Piece has Pyro Warriors and how Persona 5 has Strikers. Like those type of games. I think it would work well with Tokyo Ghoul because, you know, you can just make the enemies just ghouls or humans. It depends. So you can just do that. There's a lot of characters. You can make it to where they have different abilities and all that other fun stuff that Muso games have. I think it would sell pretty good, since it's a very simple game, and people usually like those games. I don't know how much like Pyro Warriors sold, but it had to sell a lot for them to make 4 different games of it. So do that with Tokyo Ghoul. I think people will love it, or they can either do that or maybe like an RPG maybe? Since Tokyo Ghoul is fairly a long series, kind of. So you could technically make an RPG. Or if you don't make an RPG, kind of make it like, or sorry, if you make it an RPG, they don't have to follow the story, I guess. But that kind of muddies the waters about it. I don't know how Tokyo Ghoul would do is like an RPG. I think it would have to be like a Muso game or something. I think that would work for Tokyo Ghoul. I could be wrong, but I don't know. But that's for Tokyo Ghoul. Another show that should get like a game in 2024 or whenever is Yu Yu Hakusho. Since we have not had a new Yu Yu Hakusho game in forever. Yu Yu Hakusho characters have been in Jump Force, J-Stars, and other stuff. But we haven't gotten a new Yu Yu Hakusho game since the PS2 era. And I think they could do that, since Yu Yu Hakusho is still very popular. I mean, Hunter x Hunter is getting a fighting game this year, or not this year, but it's been announced. So, there's hope. And Yu Yu Hakusho should just be a fighting game, or an RPG. I'd be fine with either or. Though I think an RPG would be, oh my god. No, I think an RPG would be sick with Yu Yu Hakusho, because like, I don't know what system that they would have released it for, But if they release it for like Switch, like they can make it kind of like how the the Path of Ninja was for Naruto, to where it's like to do jutsu, not jutsu, to do techniques. Maybe you have to like move the nunchuck, wow, the nunchuck. Oh my god, 2005. You have to move the Switch thing around. I can't remember the name of that. Like the little Switch thingy, the thing that you can detach. I can't think of the name, but those you can just do that to maybe, I don't know, move around or something for the techniques or something, or they could just go like the regular RPG route and just use maybe 2D, 3D, maybe like Octopath, or like how Octopath looks for Yu Yu Hakusho, or they could just do like a fighting game and just make it like how Fighters looks, to where it's just like 2D. That was so sick. Please, we need something for Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, it hasn't got nothing in years, and I get it, the show's over, but still, that doesn't matter. So give it something new for the fans, and maybe even a remake. Though we don't need a remake because the regular's fine, and they probably would have to like dole down some of the stuff. You know, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want Yusuke to say, you know, beat up a baby or a girl, because in 2024, and you know, you shouldn't say that in today's climate. But yeah, do something with Yu Yu Hakusho, the Yu Yu Hakusho IP, please. Another game, which unironically I talked about this in the beginning, but they should give us a Jujutsu Kaisen actual fighting game and not Curse Clash, because that is bad, very bad. So they can make it once again like Fighters. I'm just gonna use Fighters as an example since it works. So they can make it like Fighters, except minus the flying stuff, because characters in Jujutsu Kaisen can't fly. But they can just make it like that. They could have the main characters in the roster, the main antagonists in it. Like base game could be the main characters, Geto, Mahito, Jugo, Hanami, basically everyone from season 1. And then if they wanted to do DLC could be Toji, I guess Sukuna when he fought Jugo. No, because that's literally the same person. Never mind. They could do that. I guess they could wait until like the other stuff of Jujutsu Kaisen gets animated before they did this, because if they wait until the next arc to get animated, then the roster could be really big. But if they just do it for season 1 and season 2, it's not going to be that big, since Fighters roster isn't that big. But the characters, they wouldn't be repeats, but it would just be a very small roster. So I don't know if they would want to wait or not. But if they did do it from season 1 and season 2, every character would be very unique. Like, I don't know, like kind of like how they did in Curse Clash, to where it's like Megumi can summon his stuff, so maybe they can incorporate something like that, since that is a cool idea that they added into the game. Everything else just sucks, but they can do something like that. Or even they can make JJK a Musou game too, since once again the enemies could just be the curses, and then just, you know, have you run around as characters, killing them and exercising them, yada yada yada. Like, a lot of games can work as Musou games. Like, a lot of games can. So they can do that for JJK. I feel like there was something else. I'm not going to talk about Hunter x Hunter, since it already has something new coming out. One Piece has a bunch of games. They basically have the entire format of games. Clover could also do a RPG game too, kind of like, but I don't know what style they would want to do it in. Maybe like 3D, kind of like on some like Star Ocean stuff, like Star Ocean, whichever one was for the PS4, or maybe even like a Persona style, a little bit. Actually, hold on, no, that could work, because I kind of see the vision right now. So yeah, they could do like Black Clover in like the Persona style, and like, you know, have the same buttons and stuff, but it's just with Black Clover characters. Since Black Clover has a lot of stuff animated, so they would be able to do that. They can go from the beginning of Black Clover until where we are now in the anime, which I've completely forgotten about, but they could do that. And then for DLC, they could do the manga stuff. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. That would be so cool if they did that. I'd play it. Like, if they do it right, because they could fumble. They could easily make stupid mistakes and fumble, but if they do it right, that would be a banger game for Black Clover fans, since, like everything else mentioned in this video, Black Clover does have a console game. It just sucks, and no one plays it anymore. So they could also do that for Black Clover. And I think that it would be great for the Black Clover fans. It would get more people to watch the show, maybe, and yeah, it would be a great time. It also wouldn't be on phones. You know, you wouldn't have to worry about your phone dying or getting killed at the end of service in 2 months. So I think that would work for Black Clover for them. And speaking of games that are for phones that got hit with an end of service thing, Fullmetal Alchemist. They should make a proper RPG for Fullmetal Alchemist. That is another game that could work as an RPG or a fighting game. Once again, they have a lot of cast of characters that could be put in a fighting game or something. And yeah, this is when we got that announcement for the mobile game, people thought it was like an actual RPG that come into consoles, but no, it was for phones, and it didn't last that long. So they could build on that, probably use the same, like the way it looks, and just put it on consoles, take out the gacha stuff, and just make it a full-fledged, beat-by-beat RPG of Full Metal Brotherhood. Maybe DLC could be Full Metal Alchemist, the original, since the original Full Metal Alchemist didn't follow Brotherhood, since that came out first, and Brotherhood is the one that like follows the manga. So they could do that. And for a fighting game, it would probably be, I'm trying to think, because there's not jumping to like Full Metal, is there? I don't think there is. So it could be, once again, like Fighters or something like that for the fighting game. Also, hold on, going back to JJK. I just thought about this because I said jumpings. If they did make another fighting game for JJK, they could make it to where it's like 3v3, kind of like how the Hunter x Hunter game looks. Since in JJK, you know, it's known for jumping. The J in Jujutsu Kaisen is for jumping. So they could do that. I think it'd be really good. I think people would enjoy it a lot. I know I would. And I was about to say, oh, dude, they should make a Naruto fighting game. Like, they haven't made the Storm series for Naruto. Wow, I'm sick to my stomach. I really was about to say that. Wow. You know, I think that's where I'm going to end the video. I really can't believe I was about to say that. So, this is where I'm gonna cut it. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with these games, and I'll see you in the next one.